don't forget to subscribe for more reviews. Please also like. Thank you!
Hello there everyone, Tom here again, and today we have the privilege of taking a look at the Cyberburst Adventures Rack and Ruin figure with Energon Armor from the Bumblebee Transformers show. So, yeah, here's the front of the box, side of the box. Rack and Ruin, he's a turbocharged technician. Yeah, transforms at 11 steps with Energon Armor, side of the box, bottom of the box. What do you say we tear into this, take us a look here, and see what we get. And we'll just pop the things holding him in place here. Should be that simple, and it is. That's an issue. well now. Alright, and it looks like the instructions are at the very bottom. So let's see if I can maybe weasel these out. Okay, so it's an empty box now. Okay. As I'm prone to tell, worst transformation instructions ever. Alright, here's the real transformation instructions. And it's just this big long thing. 11 steps. Yeah, and then he has Energon Armor. Okay. Alright. So the fact that he won't stand up on his own is rather disconcerting. Tell you what, let me scooch it over here a little bit. I actually want to see the figure. I don't care about the armor. Yeah, that'll just fit right in here. That'll fold up. That'll go like that. And now we have the figure that I really liked from the cartoon. So we'll zoom in here. Maybe get a better look at that head sculpt. Yeah, it's nice looking head sculpt. Head sculpts. I like them both. There's some paint on here, paint on here. Yeah, I like it quite a bit. I like the tampoed Autobot symbol. Yeah, got some white paint down through here, a little blue paint right here, and that's pretty much the paint on this guy. The heads are not going to move. They are literally molded in, so there's that. The arms can go around, and they've got a little bit of a butterfly joint here. 90-degree elbow bend, no problem. And the wrists appear to be molded in. Yeah, that looks like a 3mm port. Here, Nemesis, let me borrow your gun for a minute. No, damn it, no, ah! Alright, so, yeah, that's a 3mm port, so he can hold Nemesis' weapon just fine without any trouble. This is disconcerting to me, as you might imagine, and I don't see really how to lock it into place. That's a little bit disconcerting as well. Alright, no waist swivel that I can tell. T-jointed ball joints for hips. He can do the full Chinese splits, no problem. Forward. Oh, that's it. So he has lots of good forward momentum and very little back. It bumps into this piece right here. Thigh rotation is built into this mushroom peg right here that you all can see. And the knee will get you 90-degree bend, no problem. And the feet are stationary. They are just a solid piece. So yeah, actually that's locked into place now. I don't know what I did different, but it's now locked into place. So that's a good thing. Alright. Actually, I like it a lot better when it's locked into place. So he's got He's got these cannons here on his arms. They don't appear to go anywhere. It looks like they're molded. You can see the paint right there. So, yeah. Alright. That comes off, apparently. Yeah, he's just a big beefy bot. Alright. So, and obviously to do the Energon Armor, you just do like that. And now he's all energoned up. Alright. So, let's do some scale comparisons, and then we will transform him. To transform old Rack and Ruin here isn't really all that complex. I do want to try something though before we do this. I want to see if he can hold this as a weapon. Looks like he should be able to, and it does look like he can. Okay, and we have just finished with the size comparisons. So real quick, just for those of you who are curious, he's coming in at about 5 3/4 to the head. Shoulder to shoulder, we're looking at about 4.5 inches. So yeah, he's a decent sized little feller. Alright, so let's transform him. We're going to take the shoulders here, we're going to disconnect them. They're going to come around, and there's a couple of hinges here that we have to kind of maneuver to get out of the way. I don't think that was supposed to happen that way. Let's see, make sure you get it right, Tom. That's going to go in there like that. This is going to come around, and we'll get to that here in a minute. We can pull this apart, and there are pegs here that are going to correspond with pegs here on the back of the legs. So you need to maneuver your thigh so that those will go in there, and then we rotate at the knee joint, which isn't easy because it doesn't want to really go in there, but it's going to look like this when you're done. So we rotate so that the peg will go in there, then we rotate at the knee joint, which really doesn't want to be rotated. But it's still got to go. Whether it wants to or not, it has to rotate on that peg. There we go. Oh, got it upside down. There, like that. Alright. Obviously we don't need our Energon Armor out. That can sit back in there. This will come forward, and it will connect. Now. Right like this. And there is a peg right here that will go into a port right here, if y'all can see. Peg port. It just comes in, clamps together. Now if you notice this one, we've got it maneuvered correctly. It will come in and it will connect right here via this port. So just bring that in and connect it together, and there's half of it done. So we'll do the same thing here. We're going to bring this all the way in, this all the way up, this all the way up, and we will connect it right here like that, and then this will connect right here just to help solidify it. And as you can see, this is the way it is right now. We have this right here, which is going to come in and be pegged in right there. And this is Rack and Ruin in their transformed mode, their alt mode. In this mode, it's coming in at right about 5 inches from here to here. Width-wise, about 3 3/4. Height-wise, about 2. It does roll when it's lined up properly, which apparently, oh, that's not lined up properly. There we go. It does roll well enough. So yeah, that's its transformation. Why don't we go ahead and do scale comparison, and then we'll go into final thoughts. Final thoughts wise, this thing's fine. It's not the greatest thing I've ever seen, but it is definitely far from the worst. The playability here is fine. It is limited by its own lack of articulation, but that's kind of, you know, par for the course for this line. The materials feel fine. I don't think anything's going to break on me. The cost. I bought this thing at Target a couple of days ago, and it was $20. I gotta stop doing this. I straight up have got to stop spending money on these types of things, like this. I don't think this is worth $20. Maybe 15. And I think even that's pushing it. But I paid 20 bucks for this thing. I gotta quit doing that. But I didn't have a Rack and Ruin. I actually really liked the show. I don't regret my purchase, not at all. But if this was my first Transformer, I would have thought it was highly overpriced. And I would have questioned whether or not I wanted any more, based on the way that this transforms and the lack of articulation on it. It's fine. It's fine. I don't think it's $20 fine, but I think it's fine. So yeah, hopefully that will help you to make a decision about this in the future for yourself. There's nothing here that is bad. There's really not. The fact that the legs fall off the ball joints is mildly concerning, but not a deal breaker. I would much rather something fall apart than not. I'm sure several of you know what I mean when I say that. So anyway, this is a soft recommend for me. This is Tom. Thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next review.
Thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.
Vitamin John. Operators are standing by.